my goodness, everyone. So I am surrounded by tomatoes that I need to taste test, tomatoes that need to be seed saved, tomato seeds that need to be rinsed off and dried. This is the time of year where, especially because I do so many different kinds of varieties and I want to save seeds for all of them, I start to feel a little bit overwhelmed. I have big plans, big ideas for things, and there's just not time to do all of them. I've been trying to do these, I think there's 4 different videos that I need to record of taste testing tomatoes. And then there's one that I wanted to taste test my sweet peppers, that I have a bunch of different varieties of sweet peppers. Unfortunately, none of my partners in crime can be with me here today, but maybe Big Ben can be here to do, I'll save maybe one for tomorrow, that maybe he can do one tomorrow night or Tuesday night. Let's just get right into it. I have several varieties. I think I took my thumbnail picture. I think it might say which ones I'm trying, or maybe it just has a picture, but there's lots of them. Just get right into it. I'll pick up the biggest one that I have right now. This is Nature's Riddle, and it's gorgeous. I've gotten probably 5 or 6 off of this plant already, and a couple of big ones like this, some a little bit smaller. I think I just gave my neighbor one, but really, really pretty. It's got like I guess you can see like red and orange and yellow coloring to it. Nice looking tomato. All right, now let's just slice her right in half. I forgot to get a drink of water to cleanse my palate. Maybe I should go grab that. Okay. Oh my. That's gorgeous. Look at the inside of that. Beaut. Very pretty. Looks like it's got a good amount of gel to seed ratio. Let me cut off a piece here for me to try. I'm really hungry. It's 1:30 in the day and I haven't eaten anything yet, so these should taste amazing, I hope. Sweet. The skin isn't tough at all. There's just a little bit of acidity, not much. I would say it's kind of mild in flavor. It's good, but not, it doesn't wow me. There's nothing interesting or unique about it. It's really pretty. It grows a lot of really good looking tomatoes on the plant. The plant itself is healthy. I would say it's average. So that's Nature's Riddle. So I have a lot of varieties in my garden right now. If maybe this is the first video you're catching of mine, I have probably over 350, close to 400 different varieties of tomatoes, and that's including a lot of micro dwarfs. I'm gonna record another taste test video of just, I think 6 or 7 different micro dwarfs in a second. But these are all heirloom / open pollinated varieties today, but I'm gonna try to get to taste testing a lot of them, but I don't know. All right, so these seeds I got from a swap. This is the Grinch.
The Grinch!
Let me see if I can show you. One of them, they're like really pretty. Can you see the coloring of it? It's like a light green and then dark green on the top that fades to a light green at the bottom. And it's a dwarf. It's a dwarf variety. So I think my plant is maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall, not very big, and it's loaded with tomatoes. Funny story, not really funny. I just edited and put up the video of me after we'd been gone for 5 days, taking a look at my garden. I picked all of the Grinch ones off of the plant and said, I'm gonna come back. Like I picked them all off and then set them down in the pot beside the plant. I'm gonna come back around with my basket and pick everything up, and I forgot all of my Grinch. There was like 30 Grinch. And I went back down a few days later and they're all rotten. I was like, but it was full of more tomatoes. So it's very prolific. So, you know, whatever. Let's slice into this one and see what the inside of it looks like. I'll do it in 2 different ways here. Kind of looks the same. So it's a nice sized cherry variety. I'm growing quite a few of cherry varieties that are quite large sized cherries, but this one's really pretty. Let's see what it tastes like. Ooh. Oh, wow. Boy, that's got quite the flavor. Oh, wow. It's like, that's really good. It's got a good sweetness to it at the very beginning. And then at the end, it's tart. I like that one a lot. Yeah. So that's the Grinch. I sat here and ate all 4 that I had. That one's good. I like the Grinch. I like that the plant is compact. I like that the plant, it's very prolific with its fruit. It's doing good in it. I didn't think, did I tell you? It's in a grow pot. I think it's in like a 10-gallon grow pot right now and doing really well with that. And I don't water my garden very much. So there's some that I haven't been watering that are doing well. And then other was that the varieties are not doing very well without being watered consistently. But I have to say the Grinch is, it does good in heat, I guess, and drought because it's doing pretty good. Let's try, what do I want to try next? Why don't we try the other green one? I'm super excited about this one. This one is called Dancing Green Fingers. And look at the shape of that one. Now, when I ordered the seeds, I thought it was going to be a bit bigger the way the picture looked, but this is the size of them. And just the name of it and the shape of it, I was just like, I must have that tomato in my collection. And so where did these seeds come from? I think it was Tomato Galaxy. I think that's the website where I got these. So I'm going to cut it in 2 different ways. I'm going to cut it lengthwise and then we'll cut it in half. So there's what the inside looks like. And this plant is in ground. This is not in a grow pot. And all these tomatoes that I'm doing here are from my house. I'm not tasting any that are from Materville because I have 2 areas where I'm growing my, like 600 tomato plants. I know, I'm a little insane. All right, so let's taste this one. This is Dancing Green Fingers. Ooh. Ooh. The skin is crunchy. It's crunchy, like cherry type. I'm gonna just pop a hole in my mouth now. It like bursts in your mouth. It's quite tart. There's not a lot of seeds or gel. It's quite meaty. It's a good, after that initial psh in your mouth, it's okay. I like the Grinch a lot better as far as like a green cherry. I'm gonna eat this last one. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good. It's almost got like a, I don't want to, it's like, I don't want to say earthy, but a little bit of like a green beanie taste to it. Like if you mixed a tomato and a green bean together and the tomato flavor overpowered the green bean, but it was still there. Does that make sense? Whatever. I like it. The plant's healthy. The plant's very prolific. Like each truss has probably like 10 to 12 little dancing green fingers on it. And they're all over the plant. What else do I want to say about it? The flavor's interesting. It's pretty good. Would I grow it again? Probably. I think I would, just because of how cute it is. And it's like the oddest shaped green cherry I've ever grown. And I like that. I like oddities in my garden. So I'm probably, even though the flavor isn't like, I have a lot of, like I love the sunrise bumblebee. I love purple bumblebee. The flavors of those are really good. But as far as like cherry, it's not my favorite, but I'm still gonna give it a 7. So there's that. Okay, let's do another big slicer. I've been excited for this one. I had an even bigger one. I seed saved it because it was the first one that I took off the plant and I had marked it. But this is Bread and Salt. And I got these seeds from, it was either Baker Creek or In My Gardener. I can't remember. But it's a big boy. It's really pretty on top. And I honestly, I didn't look these up as far as information goes. I know I have some on my micros that I'm about to taste test. I kind of looked them up and try to get some information. Ooh, that's sliced. That was like heavenly, me slicing through that. It just felt right. Have you ever sliced a tomato and it just didn't feel right? And then, you know, you get the ones where it's just like a perfect slicing. And if that's what just happened, it just was perfect. And the inside of it, it's like an apple. It's like a yummy, delicious apple. Just, now, I don't do it for taste tests, but my first urge after slicing that and getting that like, whoo, look at that feeling. I just want to grab my salt and just eat it like I would an apple. But I'm not doing that because I just want to get the real flavor without salt and stuff. But this looks like it's going to be a mighty delicious tomato sandwich. Tomato. Yeah. Looks like it's got pretty good, a good amount of meat. I thought that it'd be more meaty than it would the amount of gel that's in it, but there's a decent amount of gel and goo. And I'm someone that I like a good ratio of goo to meat. You know what I mean? I know some people, I have a friend, I think, was it Lauren? Lauren likes a lot of goo. If I remember correctly. Someone told me they liked a lot of goo. All right, so let's get a nice sized slice off of here. That smells like a good classic tomato smell. It's juicier than any of the other ones I've tasted. Now, I had someone tell me this was like one of their favorite tomatoes this year that they've tried. I don't know. I think it's very mild. I'm not getting a whole lot of flavor to it. Maybe I need to cleanse my palate. I'm just gonna bite it like that. I mean, it's good. It's just got like that classic tomato flavor, but not very acidic. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I think it'd be good on a sandwich with one that had like a lot of flavor that packed a punch. All right, let's set this aside. Okay, now I'm gonna taste test this weird one. I can't pronounce the name of it. It's Grusha something or other. I'll put it up on the screen, but I taste tested this one on my live a couple nights ago. This one was obviously a fused blossom. As you can see, it's 2 tomatoes stuck together. Like, how do you go about cutting into something like this? I'm just gonna cut into one of the tomatoes, I guess, the bigger one here. I can't remember where I got these seeds from. I don't think it was a trade. I think I bought these. Was it tomato Fifu? I think it was tomato Fifu. It might be tomato Galaxy again, but I'm not sure. So let's give her a slice here. This one's got a stronger scent than bread and salt. Oh, I didn't show you what it looks like on the inside. Oh, it's really pretty. It's a darker, and I tasted this already once, so I kind of know what it tastes like. Ooh, but, Like at first, the skin's a little chewy. At first, it's almost got like a hint of a little bit of smoky, and then it gets to be like almost like I said that night, like a winey kind of taste. Like it's a deeper flavored tomato. I like it. Like if you were to pair this, when I make a tomato sandwich, I like to pair like 3 different kinds of tomatoes all over the sandwich, just thin layers of each tomato. But like this one, with its like smoky wine flavor, and then like bread and salt, and then maybe like a orange variety or a white, it'd be pretty and tasty. I actually think I like this now that I'm sitting here tasting different tomatoes. When I taste tested it the other night, I was kind of like, man, it's nothing special. I kind of like it. It's different than some of the other stuff I tasted so far. It's got some depth to it. So I think I do. I like it. I think I gave it a 7 on my live. I'm changing it. I'm giving it an 8 because, for one thing, it's an early producer and it likes to be grown in colder climates. So if you're up north, more up north than I am, this would be a good tomato for you because you can, get ripe tomatoes sooner. And then if you don't have a lot of heat, they like that. So, okay, what is next? Let's do this really pretty red one. This one is called Marianas Piece. And it's a really pretty, it's not like a deep red, it's like a cherry red, like a deep pink red. And I've gotten quite I would say like four tomatoes off this one so far because I'm early in the season. Stuff has just started ripening for me last week. So, I've already gotten 4 off of it. But let's slice into this one. This one I remember when I first got into researching different kinds of tomatoes on the internet and looking at all the different kinds. I have like this one piece of paper that has a bunch of different varieties. I was like, oh, someday I want to get those seeds. This is before I found out about like trading groups. Thank goodness I found out about those because I'd be very, very broke buying all the seeds of all these tomatoes. So I trade for most of the varieties that I'm growing. I don't buy seeds. I do in the winter. If I find a good website that has really unique stuff, I'll buy some seeds. But a lot of it I do with trading with other people that have already grown it and saved seeds, or just want to trade. So this was one of the ones that was on that master list many years ago. I think it's like 3 or 4 years ago. I say many, but it's only been like 3 or 4 years. But Marianas Piece. So I was excited when I got my hands on this one. I think this was a trade. I'm almost certain it was a trade. Oh, it's really pretty on the inside. It looks very meaty. Very meaty. I wonder if you can actually get filled up on tomatoes. I don't know. We're going to find out today. Okay. Let's bite her into this one. Smells pretty good. Oh, wow. I knew I had this one written down on my list for a reason. That one's yummy. That one's got a good sweetness to it. I like the texture. I like the flavor. The skin's not too tough. That one is like really flavorful. I like that one. Marianas Piece is good. That one, once I'm done these videos, this one's going on a tomato sandwich with Nature's Riddle, I think. And maybe something else in here. We'll find out. Oh boy. That one I can just tell you right now with some salt would be heavenly. Yeah. Oh, okay. Marianas Piece is number 1 so far that I've tasted. Number 1. And then the Grinch. That one is, oh man, that was good. I liked that one a lot. You know, I was getting kind of bummed because I keep tasting all these ones and I'm just like, meh, they're okay. I gotta find some diamonds in the rough, right? Okay. On to the next one. What do we want to do? Oh, I was super excited for this one because of the shape and the color of it is so pretty. This is blue pear. So I've gotten just a few off of this one, but the top is really pretty blue. And you see, I don't know, can you see the shape of it? The tops of it? So neat. I love unique shaped tomatoes. And then the bottom is like this reddish orange color. But it's just so unique and pretty. I was super excited to get my hands on these seeds. All right, so let's slice into it. This is blue pear. Got a good ratio of seeds to meat. Pretty equal, I think. It's hard to smell. There's not a lot of scent to it. Whoop. Whoopsie. I hope there's a good flavor to it. Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of scent. Yeah. Got a lot of goo. How do I want to describe that? That one's weird. It's not very acidic. There's like absolutely no tartness to it. I don't want to say. This is going to sound weird. But when I make tomato sandwiches, I make them with mayonnaise. I know some people use it with you make them with butter. I make them with mayonnaise. I'm telling you, it almost tastes like there's mayonnaise on it. I can't believe I said that. It's really good. It's like having a tomato sandwich without the bread or mayo. That's what this tastes like. Is that weird? I keep tasting it because I'm like, is that right? I don't know. I like it. It's good. It's a winner in my book because I don't actually have to make a sandwich to have that sandwich. I don't know. It's I'm going to give it, and I like the flavor because of the mild, it's like sweet, mild, little mayonnaise-y tasting. But I'm going to give it an 8.5. First, because it's absolutely gorgeous, and second, because And the plant's very prolific. Like I think the one truss where these two came off of, there was like 6 or 7 of these big old blue pears hanging on it. So it's pretty prolific and there's a bunch more coming on. Plant's healthy. So I'm doing pretty good with my plants this year. They're all pretty healthy. Okay, this video is already 27 minutes long and I got like 6 more tomatoes to taste, so we got to get going. So blue pear, a winner, okay? So we've got blue pear, the Grinch, what was the other one? Marianas Piece. Those are like my top ones so far. Okay, this is another gorgeous one. I'm so excited to try this one. This is called Cas/21 Beefsteak. So I believe this is part of the Cazula line. I might be wrong, but I think it's somewhere mixed in with those cazulas, but it's gorgeous. It's like a bright pink, and then as you get to the top, it starts to get purpley and dark. And I've gotten, I think, 5 or 6 tomatoes off of this plant. They've all been pretty much like this size, but a couple of them I think have just been kind of small, but they're pretty decent sized slicers. So I'm gonna slice into this one that's super pretty. I think it's really quite ripe. Oh, okay. Not a lot of goo. Lots of meat. Nice and meaty. Smells like a classic tomato. Yep, look. There's barely any goo. That's just a big old hunk of meat. So if you're not someone that likes goo and you need a beefsteak that doesn't have a lot of gel, this would be a good one. I like the consistency of it. It kind of looks like it would be mealy, but it's not. You know, when I say mealy, think of like overripe cantaloupe. It's fruity. It's very fruity. Trying to pinpoint. Yeah. It's sweet, very sweet. And not very acidic at all. And it's got like a fruity flavor to it. I might throw that on my sandwich too. So that's Cas/21 beefsteak. All right, next one. I'll have to look it up because it's labeled as vernissage yellow. But I gotta tell you, it looks a bit more orange to me than yellow. So do I have vernissage orange? I don't even know if I have seeds for vernissage orange, or maybe I got the wrong variety. But this is supposed to be vernissage yellow. That's what it's labeled as. So, but maybe it gets orangey looking. I don't know. I know there is vernissage orange, vernissage black, vernissage red. I've got vernissage. Is it black? I think I have vernissage black. I grew a couple years ago. Ooh. So it's like a nice, I'd say saladette sized tomato. There's the inside. The gel is like green, and it's got big old seeds. All right, so let's try this one. Got some tartness. It's good. I think it's got a good mixture of sweet and tart. That'd be good in mixed in with a salad. Cut up like sliced, just have this with a little bit of ranch. Oh, can you tell I'm hungry? Tomatoes haven't filled me up yet, so I'm gonna eat this other half, but yeah, that's got a good flavor. I like that. So that one's vernissage yellow. I would say as small as the fruit is, it took a while to ripen, but I'm gonna give that one a 7. If I rate it from 1 to 7, it's a 7. Okay, we're down to the last two guys. This one is Red Viper. So it's a darker one. And it's very prolific. I've gotten probably 10 of these size kinds of tomatoes, so it's not a huge slicer, but I would qualify it as a slicer. Ooh, look at the inside of that. That's so pretty. So it doesn't look like it's green when ripe, but it's green on the inside, so. All right, I'm just gonna eat the top. Yeah, that's got an interesting flavor. Not very acidic, mild. I wouldn't say sweet either. Is it like earthy? It doesn't taste like dirt, but it tastes. It's good. I like it. So it's beautiful. It tastes pretty good. The consistency's good. Flavor's good. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. That's a pretty good one in my book. And the plant's healthy, the plant's prolific, the fruit's doing really well. Yeah, 7.5 for that one. All right, we gotta get done, guys. There's so many things to taste. Last one I'm gonna do, I think it's gorgeous. It's called Zebra Easel. Oh my gosh, I hope my lighting is doing these tomatoes justice. And I got probably 5 or 6. This is probably the biggest. This is the size I've gotten, like 3 of these, and then the rest have been kind of a little bit smaller, but I'm gonna slice into the big one here. Oh, that's pretty on the inside. Again, it's another green looking inside. Greeny chartreusey. All right, let's taste this one. Very juicy. Woo. A lot juicier than Red Viper that I just had. It's again a mild one. It's not very acidic. It's sweet. I like the consistency of it too. Good meat to gel ratio. It's gorgeous. The colors of it are just incredible. Green and pink just swirled. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 too. The plant's doing well. The flavor and everything's pretty good. I don't dislike it, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5. So that's gonna be it for this taste test, guys. There's plenty more coming. If I had to pick what my favorites were from this one, I would say Marianas Piece, definitely, the Grinch, and Blue Pear. Was there any that I didn't like? Ones that I thought I'd be impressed with were Dancing Green Fingers and Bread and Salt, and they were just kind of like, okay. And the rest were just kind of, Nature's Riddle's pretty good. That one's a pretty good one, and it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I'll show you guys again. This is Nature's Riddle. Look at that. Ugh. We'll put Nature's Riddle, and see, this is why I love tomatoes. Look at that. I'm gonna try this year when the tomatoes start rolling in and I go to freeze a bunch of them so that I can make chili. I need to make a ton of chili. I need to make a ton of cabbage soup, which uses tomatoes. Ton of tomato soup. But when I go to like start slicing these, I want to try to make like those real pretty platters where there's like several different colors of tomatoes all sliced up, and then you can see. I love those pictures, and I never remember to take any of my tomatoes. I need to do that. I'm doing better this year. I'm actually taking pictures after I pick them of them and labeling them and then putting them on my Facebook and Instagram. So I'm doing better with picture taking, but that's in my mind. I want to do that too. So that's something to look forward to, at least for me in the winter, to look at my pictures of my tomatoes. But this is just like, you're like, where's another one that's like gorgeous? Just put them all together and you're like, look at that eye candy. Yeah. Like I said, that's going to be it for this video, guys, and I will catch you in the next taste test. Enjoy your day. Bye.